Welcome to Pinoy Real, the place where you learn how to unleash your creativity and reach your true potential. I'm Katrina Sevilla, and today's episode, our guest will share some powerful reasons why you should have another sources of income aside from your 9 to 5 job. So, guys, stay tuned and don't miss out on today's mindful episode brought to you by Django.ct. Django.ct is a SaaS company. Django.ct delivers software as a service to entrepreneurs, freelancers, and hobbyists. Go ahead and be a Django.ct member and get your website for free. All right, now let me introduce our guest in today's episode. Our special guest is an engineer by profession. She is she studied also industrial engineering at the University of Santander. She holds a degree on business administration and management at the University of Alberta and a master's degree in business administration at the University of Fredericton. She's a mom of four beautiful kids under the age of 7 year olds. In 2019, she started her online business, and that is mentoring people around the world to set up their online business and help them to make their dreams come true. Please welcome Lorena Villamizar.
Hello, Katrina. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for coming here in Pinoy Real.
No, it's my pleasure, and thank you for the invite. And I'm just so happy to be with you sharing this episode.
Yes, it's truly an honor to really have you here and speak in this episode. I can't wait anymore to, start digging into why it is very important to, start learning how to earn from other different sources of income, especially in this season that we are in now. So, yeah, just want to share quickly to our viewers and audience. Lorena has a Spanish sounding name, and it's actually interesting. Earlier, we were talking because in
Mhm.
the beginning, our team thought that she's a Filipino, but she is not. And, that's totally fine because at Pinoy Real, everyone with inspiring story is welcome. So, just want to say, Lorena, you're so much welcome at Pinoy Real. In fact, many of our guests come from different places and countries and nationalities. So, you know what to start with? Can you share with us your life, like where you're originally from and where you are currently based?
Yeah, no, thank you for the introduction. And yeah, that's it's funny how because I have some features like Filipinos, and I'm okay with it. I actually work with I have business partners in Philippines, so I'm really just I would say it's an honor that people actually even start conversations in Tagalog. So it's okay. So yeah, I'm originally from Colombia, and my background is in engineering, as Katrina mentioned. And I moved to Canada in 2007 with my husband. At that time, we didn't have any kids, and when I moved to Canada, I didn't know English, and I have to go to school to learn the language first, so then I can just start opening doors in my life here in Canada. I went to school for 1 year, and then I started learning the language, and I started working in stores and all that, so I can practice the speaking part. And then when I graduated from the school, the college in English, then I started working on my degree, so how I can validate my degree here in Canada. And it took me some time, I would say like 4 years. And in 2011, after I got the degree from the University of Alberta, I started working in the oil and gas industry in my career. And I started working in different companies. Actually, I started in one, and then after 1 year, moved to another one. And I was just kind of going going up to the ladder in the corporate world. And then I got pregnant in 2014 with my first child, and everything started to change, like my mindset. Like it started to change priorities in my life. But at that time it wasn't that strong, my my mindset, beliefs and all that. And in 2017 I got pregnant with my triplets, and that's when actually kind of it was like a 360 degrees change in my life. Then I went back to my job after my maternity leave and ended in 2018, and that's when I started actually feeling like that I was very tired working 9 to 5 job, and I had to find something else to to do. I always liked the entrepreneurship idea, and but at that time I wasn't sure what to actually do. That I would have my time back with my family, and in especially with my kids that they were very little and having three of the same age, and then my daughter was going to preschool and all that. It was really hard to manage. So then I was doing parallel my master's degree as well, and that's where actually I found an online opportunity. And what I actually caught my attention about what I do is that I was going to help other women around the world that have like the same needs and the same struggles, that I was having at that time. So I started really, working hard and learning about marketing and social media. And because I only had, knowledge at that time about engineering and processes and numbers, and but no idea about the online space and how things work in the online space. So here I am, just trying to build my business and having a lot of success. I would say I'm feeling successful, and I know this year is going to be even better because we're growing, and I'm glad that I'm finding. I would say my tribe. I'm finding women like me around the world that we can actually share, the same kind of or similar stories, and we can inspire each other and support each other. In this world, it's not easy when you have kids, when you have family, when you have a job, and that's what I feel grateful for that.
So yes, Lorena, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful story in a nutshell. How you started out in Canada from Colombia, and what really
Yeah.
inspires me is when you came there without l- knowing how to speak the language at first.
Yeah.
But there you go. Now you speak very good English. Plus, you have actually four kids. Thriving kids, and I just can't imagine how busy life can be with kids. I do have two kids, two little boys, and much more, what more if you have four kids, right? So that's really nice, doing this for your family. And so I want to go back, being, an online digital entrepreneur. That's what you
Yeah.
mentioned earlier. Is
Yeah.
this something that you really thought, long before? Or is it because you have to adapt yourself to the new trend? So tell us a bit
Eh,
about it.
Yeah, well, I'm a big believer. I believe in God and His power and His willing. And I was praying really hard because I was feeling stressed out with the all my life, and having little ones, newborns, three at the same time that will cry at nighttime, and then the next day I had to go to work and all that. So it was very hard, and I was just praying, and after, I would say, after 1 year of prayers, he sent me out this online opportunity. Online, it was through advertisement in social media, and I was in one of my social media platforms, and I saw this advertisement, and I saw a lady, and she was in the background with three kids. And then I said, I kind of like I went back and I checked, and I said, I don't know this lady. I don't know what is showing in my newsfeed. But it was an advertisement. So I kind of clicked on that ad and I went through it, and I watched a webinar, and then I was like, oh my God, this is kind of too good to be true. And but I just kind of, I have a faith, and I just took action, and I started my career. And what I like in marketing, I would say, in attraction marketing. So what I like about what I do is that, and in the program that I am, is that we have a complete training, like a step by step. So you don't need to be tech savvy. And that was actually really helpful because I have no experience at that time. And so then I started learning a lot. It was like starting from scratch. And but I'm gonna be 3 years. It's gonna be 3 years this month. And I'm just loving it. So
Oh, that's really nice, Lorena. So, because a lot of people, they have a lot of reasons also not to do something else aside from their job. They have all the alibis, but then, here you go. You are here telling us that, it's really from the inside. You really prayed about it. You really, thought about it, and the opportunity came in at the right time. So, yes. Also, I wanted to ask, personally, for you, what are the reasons why it is very important to, have an extra or side income along with the traditional income, which comes from the employment?
yeah, like right now with the world the way that is going, and with the pandemic and all that, I think the world taught us that we cannot rely on only one income, and that we have the job security is not there anymore. Like we have to find different sources, like cost of living, let's say for instance in Canada, and I imagine in Europe is the same, is is going up. And if you have family and if you want to save, for your family's future and even for yourself, like retirement and all that, and if you want to travel, and if you want to travel around the world and maybe help your families in the original countries or something like that, it's not easy to have only or rely only on one job. And also, I think we have to just have that quality time with family. Like if you're working on a 9 to 5 job, or it's always the same routine, it's always the same life, and sooner or later you're gonna struggle with your mental health. And if you have family, you wanna be there for them. And just having all those staff schedules and just for the same amount of money is not is not a practical thing to do. So different reasons, as I said, and just to summarize, yeah, it's just there is no job security there anymore out there. Being having an, let's say, an online income source is good because you actually can manage your own time and work around your family's schedule, and not the opposite. Just sacrifice your time with your family because you have to work really hard to pay your bills. And having, I would say right now, is not only to having plan A and B. It's always have, you gotta have plan A, B, and C. And if you have more time, or more availability to explore different opportunities, you need to do it. So I would say it's more or less that. So yeah.
Yes, I like it when you share about, having that quality time with your family. That's something that really money can't buy. And, when children are big, you can't turn back time anymore. So I think that's really very important that, you get to spend with your family and you get to also provide for them. And like you said, we have all our reasons, our own reasons why we want to do something else, and that's very personal. So yes, that's pretty amazing. And for me also, I like having the time to spend it with the family and do the way, I want things in my own way. So that's really having a freedom.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Freedom
So
in many aspects. Yeah.
yes, exactly, in different ways. But also, can you share with us your top three skills that you would recommend, to those who want to start learning to earn an extra income, or, whatever hustles they are thinking of right now?
Yeah, and skills too, but also the first thing you need to have is a big why, instead of, because when you have that big why and the reason to do different things and take action, is when you actually is going to start develop those skills. So let's say in my case, I just have a need, I have a pain, a kind of pain point that I was in need to find something else. So when you take that, you make that decision and you say, okay, I need something else. I need to find a different source of income that I'm gonna alleviate some of my struggle. So, then when you have that in your mindset and your brain, then you click and then you said, okay, I'm going to take action. Now I'm ready to take action. Now I'm ready to start building my skills to get there. So for me, it was a lot of discipline, a lot of time management, and just to have the knowledge about what I want to do. So the learning part. So, I have that you said learn first and then you're gonna earn. So you just get rid of the L. Learn and then you're gonna earn. So it's to have those, but definitely the discipline, the self-discipline, because nobody's gonna tell you gotta wake up at 7 a.m. to work on your business. Nobody's gonna tell you. You don't have a boss. You're your own boss when you decide to run your own business or have your extra income. So then, if you don't have a routine in your life, if you don't have a kind of like a plan for your day, is it's not gonna work. Okay, so it's just have that discipline, the time management. Because myself, I've had kids. If I just say, okay, I'm just gonna lay back and wait what happens, no, you have to have a plan even with your family. So my kids, they were gonna wake up at 7 a.m. So I need to wake up an hour earlier. So I ready, I do my morning routine myself. I get ready mentally, and then once they are up, then I'm good to go. Because if I just wait until they wake up, and that was before, when I just waited until they wake up, and okay, yeah, I need to sleep more, right? Because we always wanted to have more, I would say, more break and more, time to sleep. But no, then definitely you need to have those skills. And then once you decide what you want to do, just kind of learn in depth, about the environment or industry you want to be. So if you're in the health industry, you need to actually follow the leaders on that, and just kind of see what habits they have in to be successful. And then if you're in the marketing, then same thing. So just prepare yourself for that, and of course you're going to have a really successful life, not only business but a successful life.
Also, here's very interesting because many people who have, not so much understanding yet of doing online businesses or digital entrepreneurship, they think that, working from home, that's, lazy. That's for lazy people. They're just sitting in their laptop and doing nothing. And which is not true. Some of them, they have that idea. Okay, they're just sitting on their laptop by the beach, having a good life, but they're not really doing so much. Um, and it's not true. So as a mom of, four kids, like, yeah, have two kids, running your online business, how do you manage your time?
Yeah, so as I was mentioning, like I wake up earlier, 1 hour earlier every morning, and I do my practice. So I do my savers, I call it. I follow the Miracle Morning, and we're gonna talk about that book later. But I practice the savers. So what is the savers mean? So is the letters. So you're gonna do scribing, you're gonna do affirmations, you're gonna do visualizations, you're gonna do reading, and you're gonna do exercise. Okay, so it's really powerful, and you only need, if you want to do it even in 10 minutes, you can do it in 10 minutes. It all depends. But if you want to do it in 1 hour, like myself now, I do it in 1 hour. So it really helps me to prepare for the day. Because when we wake up, people tend to just watch their cell phone right away. So you don't want to wake up with bad news, or bad comments and all that. So when you actually wake up and have yourself ready for your day, then you're going to have mental health, and you're going to be able to kind of have the peace of mind when things happen in your daily routine. So okay, so then my kids wake up, and then I need to just feed them and have them ready for the school. Right now they're home because of the shutdown here in Alberta, but they're gonna resume classes next Monday. So then they go to school. My husband actually take them to school, and then I'm gonna start working on my, depends on what it is, if it's my job or if it's my business. And then I work like 2 hours block. So then I can actually get stuff done in the morning. I would say the hardest stuff, sometimes you procrastinate on things and you said, okay, I don't want to do this tomorrow. No. So then I just kind of take those tasks that I don't like, and then I do it in the morning. Then I have my break. Maybe I go for a walk. Right now it's kind of hard with the winter temperature, but when it's a little bit better, even in winter, I like to go for a walk and have a break. And when I have to, and then prepare lunch, and we actually are very practical with that. My husband kind of really helped me with that, so it's like a teamwork effort. So we have a good team, I would say. And then just wait for them. So I have kind of my plan, and then in the afternoon I work another 2 hours, and then I kind of spend time with my kids, and then we kind of share, we can talk. But I really, if I'm intentional with my time, so if I want to spend with my kids 1 hour, I'm not with my phone. I'm just with them. I just put aside my phone, and then I'm with them, just listening and kind of sharing and teaching them things. And I'm learning from them too, from what they do every day. And then we have just supper, and then they go to bed, and then I work again on my business. So then let's say I go to bed around 11 midnight, and depends on the days. Sometimes I get, because I have business partners, let's say in Philippines or in India, so I have to kind of accommodate my times to work with them. So it all
Right.
depends.
Yes. So yeah, going back to the affirmation thing, the first thing you do in the morning, like you said, um, it's actually like prepping. So you're prepping your mind to
Yeah,
make it ready for the day, for the
exactly. Yeah,
yes.
that's
And
what
that,
I do.
yeah, and I really like that also because it actually energized you to
Mhm.
and activate yourself. So whatever life throws at you, you are ready because you're already prepared.
Yeah.
And so that's really making a difference, in a day. So
It really. And I
yes,
started this practice actually. It's been 1 year doing it, and it has really an impact on your life. Like you actually feel, as you say, more ready to for the days, and you're more proactive and productive too. So it's good. Increase
yes,
your productivity and the way you see things for sure. Yeah.
yes, definitely. It really helps both physical, I mean, health and mental benefits you get that from making affirmations in the morning. And so also during break times, you mentioned earlier walking a bit. That also helps you,
It
right?
really helps with my creativity, the way I think I see things. Let's say I'm working on a project or a marketing strategy, whatever I'm doing, I go for a walk, and I kind of like, the contact with Mother Nature is amazing, because you kind of go, and all of the sudden you see, oh my gosh, I was doing this, but why I don't try this way? Okay, when I go back, I'll check and see. And sometimes I like to record, my ideas. So I'm with my phone, and then I said, okay, if something happens, then before I forget, I'm
Yes,
gonna record it in my cell phone. And then when I come back, I kind of listen again. Okay, now I know what I'm gonna do. So, you have to take care of yourself. And if you take care of yourself, you can take care of others. And you have to be a little bit selfish on that part, because, we as moms, we always tend to sacrifice and kind of say, if my kid needs me, okay, I'll do that first. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'll do it, all the time. I do it all the time, but it's just those little moments that you can take advantage. Just take advantage and just think of yourself and how you can improve your life.
that's right. That's true. That's why it's very important to fill in ourselves with, something that gives us value. So we can't give out something we don't have.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
that's right. All right. So one important thing that I also want to know from you is, what are the online and offline tools that have really helped you become, more efficient in your business? Like what are those apps that you're using or software that you'd like to recommend that helps you a lot?
Yeah, so I use for like planning and my calendar, all that is I use Trello. is kind, I don't know if you're familiar with Trello, but I really like it, and it's not expensive for people that are maybe starting, the business. So it's good to have it. I also have, I have presence in different platforms. So I have to kind of work on my content. So I use actually Canva. I use Mojo for content, and to read and kind of document myself. I have Medium app, and I have Flipboard is another one, a good one. So you actually can get content, and depends on the articles you're interested. Is really good. It's powerful too. And then for, let's say, live, when I have to go live, I use StreamYard. That is another good one. And well, I have a lot of apps actually, but I would say those are the ones that I use most, that I use the most during my daytime. And when I have to share with my team, it's just a simple tool with Google Drive. And if I have to share, documents, and we need to work live on documents, I use Google Drive. And like everyone, I think everybody is using right now Zoom or Teams to kind of share, presentations and all that. So it's there is a lot of tools right now out there. So,
Yes.
and I have my YouTube channel, and I have my LinkedIn account for professionals. So we depends on the platform. You have to know what you're gonna post there, right? If you're coming on Facebook, is kind of, people come, let's say, to Facebook to kind of relax and kind of see, how is family doing and all that. But if you're, let's say, if you're working on LinkedIn, you have to be more professional, the way you kind of post content. So, and if you're in YouTube, is another different one. You're gonna just talk, make videos, and kind of add value to your audience as well. So it all depends. So for different platforms, I have different apps that I use, and that really helps me to kind of, get going.
Wow, really nice. Thank you for sharing that, Lorena. That really is helpful for those who are watching right now or later on in this video. But yeah, Trello definitely. I love using that app for sure. Working with people in the team, it's very good. It's pretty easy, and of course, Google Workspace also really nice to use. And of
Yeah.
course, Canva, our best
Oh,
friend.
Canva. I love
Oh
Canva,
yes.
yeah. And Mojo is another one for, let's say, Instagram and all that, like videos. And if you want to post like different photos at the same time. And, and iMovie, when you are kind of recording a video, and then you want to start adding photos, and kind of, if you want to actually talk over the video, then you can override your voice and all that. So it's really cool too. So I've been learning a lot of a
Yes.
lot of tricks here and there. And
I will definitely go and check Mojo. And of course, yeah, right now there are so many fun apps and very easy to use. Like, I mean, TikTokers, they can really make a lot of nice content from there. So, but I
yeah,
don't have yet a TikTok account.
neither I.
Yes.
I neither I just, I don't know. Right now, I don't have the need right now,
Yes.
and I am working on my reels in my Instagram account, so it's good. It's fun. I just do it for fun, but I just to kind of get more audience, and more exposure,
Yes.
because reels are kind of the hit right now. So
Yes, that's right. Okay, and finally, one last question. So, before we, wrap up, why someone who is, listening or watching this interview should consider making another sources of income?
yeah, no, different reasons. We have been
Yes.
talking about them
Yeah.
in during
Mhm.
the interview, but you want to have that peace of mind. If you have a job, but you don't know tomorrow, you can be laid off. Maybe the company with the crisis is gonna shut down. What are you gonna do? Like, people are thinking, okay, what's my plan B? Do you have a plan B actually or not? So, and then you have the flexibility. You don't need to worry about, okay, I have to go to my job, like physically moving there, and then you can actually set up an automated system that is going to work for you. So right now there is a lot of online businesses that you can start, and then you don't need to worry about, okay, I'm in my job, and now what time I'm gonna do my other, I'm gonna get my other income. So Once you set up and you have an automated system, then it's gonna work for you in the background while you're working. So you gotta work smart and not hard. So those are the like that's so we have mentioned already too, okay? And then number three, because let's say you wanna travel. So you only are allowed to have 2 weeks or 3 weeks of vacation. Then if you wanna stay longer, if you wanna visit your family, or if you have an emergency, like back home. Let's say if my mom gets sick, just to give an example, are you allowed to actually go on holidays, and you have to pay bills while you're away. So all those things, so you need to consider that you have emergency funds. Something happens in your life, and you have that funds to kind of be able to support your family while you're sick, or while you're not able to work. What about your kids' future? Like, are you ready for that? Are you gonna be, if you're not there anymore for them, uh, are they gonna be safe? Like, it's a lot of things, right? So I just want to mention a few of them. But your retirement, are you ready for retirement, or you're gonna have to work until you're 70 years old, and then you have to work with a wheelchair, or with you know a little stick? So it's just you gotta think how you see yourself in your future. What if, just start questioning yourself, am I ready for this, am I ready for that? And and just start doing it. This is the time to do it, guys. Don't wait until it's too late.
Thank you so much for that, Lorena. For actually, you've said everything. You've said all possible reasons why they should start their own, you know,
Yeah.
online business or something that makes them happier and gives purpose in their life. So also, we just wanted to really thank you for coming here and sharing your story with us on Pinoy Real. Thank you for giving so much value as well. Before I let you go, can you share to our viewers your favorite inspiring book?
Yeah, we because I was saying, like, the savers, like, is coming out of the Miracle Morning, from Harold. I forgot his last name, but just Google it, Miracle Morning, and it's such a grateful book. It actually helps you a lot, and out of that you're gonna have that practice that I said, savers. And as I said, I'm a big believer, so I always use the Bible to have my I need that peace of mind, and to have my mentally ready for the day. So Bible, Miracle Morning. And last year I read a good book that is called The 5 a.m. Club, which is another powerful book for people that are starting in this, being entrepreneurs. Is really good. And there is a lot of other good books, but I think with those, are really interesting books to kind of start reading.
And so, yes, can you also share with us your social media as well? How can we get in touch with you, Lorena?
Yeah, so my Facebook pages, you're gonna find me as Lorena V, like my last name, and then business consultant. And my email address is Lorena at thebig6home.com. And I'm in Facebook. My personal profile is Lorena Villamizar Canas, which is my name and my last name. And same for my Instagram account at Villalore 1313. That's my Instagram. And my LinkedIn, same, Lorena Villamizar. So I kind of usually use my name and my last name. And then YouTube channel, same. My YouTube channel is with the big6home.com. So it's just in there, and I post some interviews and all that in there. So yeah, whenever you guys have questions about that, and I think it's good to follow my page, because I post really good content about marketing strategies, online business owners, mindset. And I always share stuff about my family, so it's kind of fun to watch my family progress, I would say.
Yes.
My kids and all that. And I even have a dog, so whenever you guys want to check stuff in there, I always try to make it, different and diverse, so you guys get a good feel about what I do.
Oh yes, that sounds very interesting. I'll definitely check your Facebook page, Lorena, and your other social media accounts. So
I'll
super
invite
excited.
you.
Yes, please invite me. And also, guys, go ahead and check her social, Lorena's social media platforms. That would be very nice. So, folks, before we end, if you are looking for an online community as well to grow your skills and your personal life, Pinoy Real has an exclusive Facebook group to gather, connect, and collaborate. So, this is group for aspiring and accomplished entrepreneurs. Join the group and get featured as a high achiever entrepreneur hero. So to listen to our podcast, just go to pinoyreal.com/podcast slash. All right. Thank you so much, Lorena Villamizar, for coming over on Pinoy Real Show. Thank you for your time and for your knowledge and resources. Thank you so much. Have a happy and prosperous new year, everyone. Until the next episode.
Bye.